Welcome, one and all. This is the Ancient Journey. On today's journey, Marian Apparitions. But before we get started, don't forget, if you enjoy the video, please give us a like and a share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on those notifications. And if there's a story out there you'd like to see us turn into a video, drop it in the comment section down below. Now let's get started. Miracles exist in most religions. They are defined as events that cannot be explained by natural or scientific laws. We all have singular miracles in our lives, ones that only we experience, like it's a miracle I didn't die in that accident. Miracles or not, those events are usually explained away with science because the event only happened to you, not an event that a lot of other people might consider to be miraculous. But there are events that occur that affect hundreds and sometimes thousands of people. For those who don't believe in miracles, how are these events explained? A series of these events occurred on October 1917 in Fatima, Portugal, and they were experienced by tens of thousands of people. In the spring of that year, 3 Catholic shepherd children living near Fatima began reporting apparitions of an angel appearing to them. In May of that year, the children described the apparition of the Virgin Mary appearing, who the children described as the Lady of the Rosary. The apparition told the children of a prayer that would end World War I, and that in October of that year, the apparition promised to perform a miracle so great that all who would see it would be believers. Soon, newspapers were reporting these prophecies. Religious pilgrims began visiting the area. Obviously, the children's revelations were considered quite controversial. At one point, local government actually took them into custody, assuming that the children were being used as political pawns to oppose the local government in some way. But the children wouldn't be swayed from their story, even stating that they had seen further apparitions of Jesus, Our Lady of Sorrows, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, Saint Joseph. Between 30,000 and 100,000 people gathered in Fatima in October, and on the 13th the apparition didn't disappoint. After a long period of soaking rain, the clouds parted, and to those in attendance the sun appeared as a spinning disk in the sky. Witnesses saw the sun as much darker than normal, and noted that it shot multicolored lights across the ground. Witnesses reported the sun to zigzag around the sky, zooming towards Earth and then back to its normal location. Soaking wet clothing of the crowd suddenly became bone dry, and the muddy ground they stood on became dry and firm. Some described the sun surrounded by red, yellow, and purple flames and strongly radiating heat. Most described the sun spinning in the sky and moving about for at least 10 minutes. In 1917, the event is investigated by the Catholic Church, and Bishop Jose de Silva declares the miracle worthy of belief in 1930. In 1951, Cardinal Federico Tedeschini tells a crowd of 1 million in Fatima that Pope Pius XII experienced the same miracle of the sun in the Vatican Gardens in 1950. 2017, Pope Francis approves the recognition of a miracle involving 2 of the children involved in the Fatima event. And in 1988, the miracle of the sun that occurred at Fatima may have happened again in Lubbock, Texas. In February of that year, churchgoers began to have experiences and premonitions of the Virgin Mary, including the overwhelming smell of roses when no roses were present. One parishioner claimed to have received instructions to spread the word about her visions, and just as it had happened in Fatima, religious pilgrims began to gather in Lubbock. Some 15,000 people gathered. Many reported seeing the same phenomena that was witnessed in Fatima years earlier. Hastily, someone tries to document the visions of the pilgrims. 186 had witnessed the spinning of the sun. 75 reported seeing the Virgin Mary. 64 reported seeing Jesus. 18 reported seeing an angel. They reported seeing Mary, or the baby Jesus, hand of God in the sky. They reported feeling as if a window to heaven had opened. Several shouted, see her, as they saw the visions, and others reported seeing a veil lift from the sky, revealing a rose color, the figure of Jesus, as well as 3 rings in the sky, representing the Holy Trinity. Some reported light shooting across the sky, and rainbows forming around the sun, the moon. The Catholic Church also investigates this incident, as they did with Fatima. However, this event has not yet been recognized by the Catholic Church. There are plenty of skeptics of each incident, explaining away the events with some very sound reasoning. There are also many in the crowds of each event who saw nothing at all. But it does leave you to wonder, with a crowd so large at each event, and with so many seeing something, what is it that they saw? Thanks for watching, and thanks for sharing the journey.